And welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Surge Protector Podcast, a 60/40 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
I'm Alex Midway, and today I want to get into a topic that ran into me as I put my race car into the shop. I got a loaner, and the loaner today was a Jeep. And what are your thoughts on Jeep? And not just the Jeep brand, because I don't consider like the Jeep Commander a Jeep, but like we're talking Jeep.
You're talking Wrangler.
Yeah, CJs, TJs, BJs, whatever the acronyms are.
I, for years, always wanted a Jeep Wrangler. I always thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And it has been taken over by nerds with rubber ducks, and they are ruining traffic. They cannot go over 70 miles an hour, no matter how steep the decline is on the hill. And I used to love them. Now I hate them.
Have you ever been in like one of the earlier model Jeeps? Like I don't know. I think this thing at best may have been a 2000.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and side with the people who are barely trying to truck 50 miles an hour because this thing sucks for acceleration. The RPMs, they redline. Like the max is 6,000. And it's got like a little arrow that lights up and says the shift up for all you people who still know how to drive 5-speed. It's got like a little shifter arrow. And that shifter arrow kicks in right around 1,500 RPMs. When most cars are pretty much idling rich.
Yeah, they should, all Jeeps should have to be like in small beach towns, and they should not be able to come out until it's the off season.
Dude, I had to get on the highway and I'm just driving all the way in the right. Like I should be essentially in the shoulder with my blinkers on, but this thing just kept losing battery power, so the radio didn't work, and my blinkers didn't either, but I was driving like a normal Jeep person where I just cut people off in a slow roll. So it's not like anyone noticed the fact that my blinkers didn't work. Like, oh, that's a Jeep guy.
Well, if you were in the right lane at any point, you are definitely not the typical Jeep guy in this area.
I need to be in the left lane doing 20 under with my foot out the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I guess it's cool if you need time away from your significant other, like your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, because you can't hold a conversation in that thing.
I guess I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah. Like, if you don't have a garage, all you have is a car, you're like, I'm going out like, I can't wait for you. Like, fair enough, I'm still not going to be able to talk with you. And I'm also having this beer.
Yeah, no doors. I'm safe.
Yeah. So, now let's get into the whole car business. Let's do some Tesla ticker. And when we left you last time, it was 340 from a high of, I believe it was 353. The fact that nobody died in Elon's robo-taxi. But now we're kind of going down to 329. And that's actually up a little bit early when I was looking at it 325. And I think I found out the news for that and the reasoning. Mighty Elon is back at the helm, and he got rid of this cancerous guy called Ahmad Afshar, one of Tesla's most senior executives, who was tasked with improving the electric vehicles company business in North America and Europe last year, but sales continue to drop in both places. And Elon, in all his wisdom, has finally found the reason that all these sales dropped, and now that's the end of that. We should see everyone love Teslas again.
I mean, it's simple. It looks like he finally found the issue. It couldn't have possibly been him ruining this country and mining our data illegally. It had to have been Omid Afshar.
Yeah. There was, what's it called? There's a story my old man told me a long time ago. It was about, a Russian president or a Russian premier. So the new one takes the job, and the previous premier leaves him 2 letters. He's like, hey man, for your first big scandal, open up the first letter. For your second big scandal, open up the second letter. They'll take care of you. He's like, all right, thanks, man. New guy takes over. He's in power. 6, 7, 8 months. Boom, big scandal comes up. Corruption, something else. He can't silence it. Pops the first letter open. First letter says, hey man, just blame it all on me. Freaking genius, let's do this. So he does it. Scandal goes away. Life is good. Couple more months pass. Another big scandal rears his head. He's like, all right, well, let me get past this one. I'm going to open up a second letter. Opens up a second letter. Second letter says, write 2 letters. So there's only so many times you can blame it on another guy before you have to take responsibility for it. And I'm just wondering how many letters Elon has in his desk to open.
It's killing me. I definitely heard this on like a TV show or movie not that long ago. So obviously Russia stole that joke from us.
Soviet Union stole that joke from us.
We're heading back.
Yeah, speaking of the Soviet Union, let's do some updates here. The Russians, a bunch of Russian airports have to be shut down as the little country that could just keep sending on drones to bomb Moscow. And they did not succeed, but at least Ukraine is not pulling out people out of retirement and giving them sniper rifles and be like, hey, man, just hang out at this Polish airport and go knock out a president while you got glaucoma, homie.
Yeah, lurk around this airport like you're a chomo hanging around high school fence lines.
Just try to blend in.
Yeah.
You got a bad back, but you also have a Dragunov like sniper rifle case.
Yeah, it's like one of those you're in a crowd, like you're playing Grand Theft Auto. You're in a crowd and you're like, I wonder what's going to happen. You're like, oh, maybe it's the guy with the giant sniper rifle. Maybe that's where I'm supposed to go.
One of these guys doesn't belong. There it is.
Found him.
So, in good news, the fearless leader is doing his best Katy Perry hot and cold song lyrics and is once again now sympathetic to Ukraine. And he said that about the Patriot missiles, that the missiles are very hard to get, but we're going to see if we can make some of them available. And honestly, I'll take that with a grain of salt. I mean, who knows what happens once he talks to Putin again. It's like, Donald, I love you more than anyone else. Like, all right, fair enough, let's do this. Like, F Ukraine, it didn't say thank you.
Well, in his defense, it's really hard to get missiles back from Israel that we already took from Ukraine once.
Yeah.
You don't want to, re-gift again.
Re-gifting military stuff, I love it.
Well, we had to give them those missiles because otherwise they'd have to pay for it themselves and they'd have to start charging people for health care.
We need our billionaires the only ones making benefits here. But
never seen a socialist so power hungry and ready to wipe a whole country off the map. But I digress.
But I have good news for you. You keep asking about if we're ever going to have a ceasefire and peace in Ukraine. And good news, Trump also said he will talk to Putin about ending the war. So we're almost coming up on the first 24 hours of his presidency. And boy, does time fly.
Man, it's almost like it's 23 hours after taking office.
Promises made, promises about to be kept.
Unbelievable.
So one last thing about this whole thing. Ukraine has said that they've went ahead and halted Russia's advance in the Sumy Oblast. It's stabilizing the front line and stopping the momentum of the Moscow offensive. The downside of this is that this was reported by their commander-in-chief, Alexander Syrsky. And anytime you have a military side saying like, oh yeah, we're doing awesome, I don't know, man. So take that as you will. There are more North Koreans coming down there. The Russian government is also calling for Putin to do an actual real war because after 3 years, they haven't really won. At this point, it's a special ed operation. It's not a special operation anymore. And if they do declare war, a lot more options will be on the table. So, well, no, who knows? Who knows what will happen? But we soldier on.
Yeah, we can see that end in sight. I promise.
It's okay. Trump's going to talk to Putin finally.
Yeah.
Should be golden by Tuesday.
All right. In Roe versus wait a minute news, in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Florida Rep. Kat Commack recounted her experience last May of her ectopic pregnancy. Jeez, sorry. What is that, you ask? I didn't know either. An ectopic pregnancy is where a fertilized egg grows outside of the uterus, most commonly in the fallopian tube. Since the fertilized egg cannot survive outside of the uterus, doctors terminate the pregnancy due to the risk of it rupturing the fallopian tube, which could lead to death by internal bleeding. Pretty
Wait, did
easy
this
peasy.
baby already lose housing before it's even born?
Yes, this unhoused little miracle from God.
Get the squatter right baby out of me.
So it's May of 2024. Big Cat goes to her doctor's office. They determine it's an ectopic pregnancy, and they're like, this baby is not going to come. No, I apologize. And it's heartbreaking for her, which I get it. Doctor even telling her if this ruptures, it will kill you. But unfortunately, Florida's 6-week abortion ban had just passed. Florida Republicans had spent so much time and made such a big deal out of going after these evil doctors with promises of going after their medical license and even sending them to jail, that the doctors were hesitant to prescribe Big Cat with the drugs she needed to terminate the pregnancy. So Cat, who helped write these abortion ban laws, right, should understand freely, right? Like, I get it. No. That takes a level of self-awareness Big Cat doesn't got. Because she argued with doctors for hours and even went as far as calling Florida Governor Ron Lifts in My Shoes DeSantis, who was unavailable to take her call. Luckily, after hours of arguing, doctors finally agreed to give her the meds to save her life.
So, first of all, follow-ups. Do you think Ron DeSantis just has caller ID? He's like, I'm not doing this. He's like, I'm not picking up this phone call.
I'm not one to judge a book by its cover. This lady looks like a nightmare. She just has that look in her eye that I said no onions on this Waffle House order, and now everyone's day is getting ruined.
Yeah, this woman sent back more than her share of orders at a restaurant and has spoken to more than one person above the waitstaff at the chain of command. But are you saying that her baby was aborted? Like, it's no more? Like,
well, that all depends on who you ask.
Because if you ask her website, on Facebook she says, from yesterday, today we had to evacuate our offices due to imminent death threats against me, my unborn child, my family, and my staff. So, unless we're nursing a little ghost baby in there, I don't know if you should put down that anyone's trying to kill you. And first and second of all, I thought liberals were just weak and just dyed their hair and weren't able to do any sort of attacks. Like, why are we evacuating things?
Yeah, I don't know why she's getting so upset since we're all just beta cucks with pink hair baristas.
Yeah. All you need is, what's it called? One guy with a gun and one good guy with a gun and you'll be safe.
Yeah, really. And then, your unborn baby can pull itself up by its bootstraps or whatever you guys want to talk about. That's fine. So, a real F around and find out type of moment for our girl here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But actually, not so much, because instead of reconsidering her ridiculous take on science versus the Bible, Big Cat instead blamed the Democrats because, of course, she did. Quote, it was absolute fear-mongering at its worst, end quote. And, quote, there will be some comments like, well, thank God we have abortion services, even though what I went through wasn't an abortion, end quote. Now, this is where I think it gets really fun, and I understand attacking a pregnant woman verbally is not real classy. But here's my thing, right? If birth starts at conception, like Mike Johnson told us, clearly, you idiots, this was definitely an abortion then.
Well, technically, it happened to me, so no, the law is slightly different. If it was a young black woman with her husband who was put in jail for, I don't know, just possession of marijuana, a gateway drug, then yes, it is abortion and they should both be put to the wall.
You had her at not white.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did you see what she checks on the little box where it says race? Like, exactly.
They're so close to getting it. They just cannot get those dots connected. So think about this. Had the doctor's office rescheduled Big Cat for an appointment for the following week, there's a pretty good chance she'd be dead because, unfortunately, like every other woman, Big Cat doesn't see it that way. Like, no, 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 no. I can't have consequences. Those are for you people.
They pass all these laws. They're like, this is never going to affect us. We have the funds to go to a different state. Like, we're golden. Everything else like that. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. The mental gymnastics she has to go through. And you have to be pretty nimble to be able to bend your will in so many ways to somehow come out right and on the proper side of superiority.
Well, listen, I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one real quick because our girl here has survived death threats against her and Casper, but she's also doing good work here because, again, on her page here, yesterday at 1:16 p.m., she posts, "Big win for American innovation!" Exclamation point. American flag. You know you got to drop an emoji.
Yeah,
Proud
absolutely.
to have... emoji, like flexing arm. I mean, what's it called? Eggplant, waterfall. Like, just to say, like...
I hope this was on Signal.
No, it's her Facebook page, but it continues. Proud to have passed our Deploying American Blockchains Act this week. Get the details in my press release. Well, first of all, from what I understand, the blockchain, there isn't an American blockchain. It's for the world and everything else. Like, the blockchain just keeps track of all the transactions. So I'm very interested to see what the Deploying American Blockchains Act is. And afterwards, she leaves a little link. Commack.house.gov/press releases. So I click said link, and what do you think I found out about this bill?
I'm assuming it just took you to some sort of prayer group.
It took me something that says page not found.
Oh, okay.
So her one thing that she accomplished, and she's like, yeah, click this link, find out more about it. Like, yeah, you're not going to find this.
You know, it makes my head hurt, honestly. How you can't see when you had the consequence. This was happening to you. You just happened to get out on time. I don't know. Can't train stupid.
Well, yeah, you can. There's a whole think tank that's telling them all how to be stupid.
I'm dying for a reporter just to ask, like, so is it super American to murder your baby the way you did? Like, just rub it in her face the way they rub it in everybody else's.
Well, did you see, what's it called? There was somebody grilling RFK, and apparently RFK was in the 12-step program, and kudos to him. Anyone struggling with a whole addiction bit, like, more power to you, mental health is a real thing. But the guy's like, hey, man, you were in the 12-step. He's like, yeah, yes, I was. He's like, do you think do you remember the 12-step? And the 12 steps, apparently, when you go out and you help other addicts after you've essentially took inventory of your own house. And he's like, yeah, man, you're trying to cut off a bunch of his, like, programs to help other addicts. Like, what part of the 12-step is this helping? He's like, the Biden crime family, like someone else. Dude, F you.
Hillary's emails. Yeah. It's the same BS. You get them stuck in a corner, and then they just immediately go to blame Hillary or whoever was before that. I hate these people.
The same support program that helped me out of my darkest place needs to be cut because it's welfare. Like, cool. What about when you were using? Like, it was perfectly done back then.
But it was $40,000 a month. Like, everybody should ask their bootlegger scumbag grandfather to pay for it, like mine had.
What do you mean you don't have a money tree and rich relatives?
Yeah, you know what? Never mind. In more In more lack of self-awareness news, acting ICE Director Todd Lyons released a video on Tuesday addressing the public's concern with ICE tactics, such as, I don't know, face coverings and zero identifiable markings distinguishing ICE agents from your standard run-of-the-mill kidnappers. Just kidding, just kidding. He blamed Democrats for all of their problems. Singling out Hakeem Jeffries, Lyons said, it's easy to armchair quarterback with made-up talking points that gets activists all riled up. Politicians need to stop putting my people in danger. I'm not asking. I'm demanding. Big boy pants.
Real alpha male.
Yeah, I implore you people to go Google Todd Lyons and watch this. It's only like a minute and a half long. This floating turd in the punch bowl will not get you fired up. He's not your team captain. Let me put it to you that way. I didn't feel that I'd run through a wall for this guy. This is the most limp-wristed jellyfish of, hey, come on, guys.
Oh, I just Googled a picture of him, like, dear God.
Like,
yeah, no, it's not exactly their authoritative face.
Yeah, if you close your eyes, right, like squeeze them close, and then just listen to my voice, impotence. The picture you just had in your mind is going to end up being Todd Lyons.
You know what the worst thing is? Because there's actually a guy out here, looks like he's out in California, and he's out there doing bikes. And this dude's out here doing wheelies. He's wearing a pair of Chuck Taylors, some Pit Vipers, and he's just like, you know what, check out these bikes, have a fun time. And here comes this ICE director, just effing up his entire, like, marketing scheme. Like, anyone's, like, trying to Google his name, they're gonna get ICE instead of his cool, like, I don't know, 60-year-old guy selling bicycles by a beach and look like he's living his best life.
What's that Todd Lyons website?
SE Bikes. Sierra Echo Bikes.
All right, so send all your love to that guy, and the rest of your hate can go to Todd Lyons Space Ice.
Like, from racing to dirt jumping to freestyle to bike life, Todd Lyons has done nearly everything possible on two wheels. Like, yeah, like he's out here wearing the Evil Knievel looking jacket. Like, if you're gonna Google, just go to Todd Lyons. This will make your life a little bit happier.
This is like that Office Space thing. Where like maybe just go by Mike instead of Michael Bolton. Like,
Michael
why should
Bolton?
I change my name? He's the one who sucks. So my favorite quote through this whole banger of like 90 seconds of him talking, nay, demanding. When talking about his ICE agents, these are real people with real families you're hurting. They're so close to the point, but they just can't get the crayon all the way down onto the paper to connect the dots. Also, for a big, tough alpha male, F your feelings side of the aisle, these guys are so legitimately getting their feelings hurt. Please stop bullying the guy who's trampling on all your rights. They have families.
Does this
Zero self-awareness.
Is this when Elon was like, I thought the Democrats were the party of compassion, and now they're asking to burn my cars? Like, and then he's like, I will use compassion to get filthy rich. Like, which one is it?
I thought I was picking a fight with you guys because you were weak, but now that you fight back, you're the bad ones.
It's like getting passed by someone in a bug. Like, well, first you called the bug a homosexual car, but now it's passing you. Which one's worse, man?
This is what happens when you don't discipline your children and just tell every one of them they're special little boys. Or in Big Cat's case, girls. You know, whichever.
But I thought that was only the liberals. It's people who just dye their hair that week. It's not these alpha male Republicans. There's no way.
Yeah, go yell at that barista. You've earned it. You're mommy's special little boy.
Yeah. Go to a place where there's an employee who's who's not allowed to talk back to you and will have to sit there and take it. And when you need to make yourself feel better, just go to an IHOP and just start berating someone making a minimum wage.
Yeah, you ain't trying that at Waffle House.
I saw an Instagram photos like what's it called? He's like Subway in the hood, and the guy's he's zooming in on the menu. It's got a bunch of sandwiches, like knuckle sandwich, free.
Love it.
I was like, yeah, don't start no S, I'll be no S. But again, one of the things here we're trying to do at JWSP, we try to. The world's a horrible place. What we want to do is want to help your dollar stretch a little bit farther. We want to leave you on a good note. So nowadays, your insurance benefits might be getting stripped out. I mean, trips to Mexico aren't going to end up well for you because that guy you narked out the ice might be making his way back up north. And if you catch him in your all-inclusive, he might wallop you. So let me go ahead and pitch something for you. Juan San Calma.
Ooh, that sounds fancy. It sounds it's got a little taste of the Orient feel to it.
It is.
I'm guessing Singapore?
It is the taste of the Orient, and as long as you don't read a map and don't understand it, and all those people look the same to you, sure, Singapore. But it's actually based in North Korea. It's a place where not too many people have gone.
Oh, so not one of those freedom-loving.
First of all, we are defining what freedom-loving means. Whereas beforehand, Reagan used to be all against Russia, we are now hugging them. But now we're going the opposite direction. So, relations are fluid, kind of transitioning. We're transitioning from North Korea being bad to North Korea being good. But if it's a child doing it, then they should burn at the stake.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
But North Korea, and hear me out on this one, a resort just opened up. And you know it's good because they've been doing this thing for a while, and it was supposed to open up about 6 years ago. So they're either perfectionists, or they're not very good at doing this. They're not very good at doing this. It's actually one of the poorest countries on the planet. I'm pretty sure they ran out of cash for all that concrete. But turn that frown upside down. Not a lot of money in the country means your dollar's stretching, baby. Your dollar is stretching so bad, it's doing yoga poses. Things nibble.
I love it.
Yeah.
As you know, when I travel, it has to be from an underdeveloped country with a positive exchange rate. So this sounds like it, except for the whole tropical beach part. But continue.
It is on a tropical beach, actually. It's so tropical that this beach may have been a whole lot bigger. But let me tell you a little background about this. Not only are you going to a beach in North Korea, this is also the place where Kim Jong-un grew up in luxury in a place called Wonsan, which many of the country's elite have private villas. So you know you're going to be surrounded by other people of wealth. We're talking maybe $50,000, $60,000 a year annual salary. So top tier 1%ers. And Kim has been trying to transform this town. And what is he trying to transform it from? Well, something different because it was once a missile testing site. So, and that is a lot to unpack. And the fact that Kim Jong-un is actually developing his childhood home, but it was also a missile testing site. It's like, big homie grew up in Los Alamos, and now he wants to put a Disney World.
Yeah, for reference, that would be like Trump Taj Mahal now at 3 Mile Island.
Yeah. Like, middle of PA. We had a nuclear collapse here, but come on down. Now there's more oceanfront because we blew up half this freaking peninsula.
If there's one thing this administration loves, it's more oceanfront.
Yeah. I mean, rising water, nuclear blast, baby, whatever way you can get it. Oceanfront property, we're doing it. Now, if you're wondering about the specs on this, so far, the state media is reporting that up to 20,000 visitors, there's going to be about 4 kilometers or 2.5 freedom unit miles stretch of beach. Might be more if we keep doing the missile strikes. We got hotels, we got restaurants, we got shopping malls, and water. A park, I'm sorry. But I'm sure there'll be water there too somewhere. Possibly drinkable, potable. None of this has been verified so far. But if you can trust anyone, it's Kim Jong-un's radio station.
And it's a shame our Google Maps can't show us what it looks like from a sky view.
It's just a bunch of guys standing there and off in the distance. It's dudes with AKs pointing at them and telling them to wave and be happy.
Who's even allowed to go to North Korea?
I told you, influential business people above 50,000 a year salary.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the elite.
So if I want to go, it sounds great. I don't know why everybody else, but let's say I'm the first smart guy in the world. How do I book myself a trip over? I'm guessing that's not an American Airlines thing.
I'm guessing you're gonna have to fax a reservation. If I had to put it out there, I'm guessing you're faxing a reservation. And from what I understand, most places have been just driving over the border from China. But yeah, you're definitely not taking a real plane ride. And I think you told me about a TV show you saw a while back on the subject of North Korean tourism. Wrestling?
Ah, yes. We actually just watched on Hulu, I believe, The Dark Side of the Ring, where a handful of wrestlers went to a peace meeting between Japan and North Korea, and they set up a big wrestling match over there in North Korea. It's somewhere in the early 90s. And there are some horror stories once they finally got out of there.
And just so we're clear, it did not achieve peace. So Nacho Man, Randy Savage, did not bring peace.
Our Lord and Savior Macho Man was not there, but Road Warrior Hawk was. So it's honestly, if he can't get the peace done, it wasn't going to happen.
I don't know about Road Warrior. I think Macho Man would have had it done. That's probably why the Deep State kept him away from there.
Then CIA eventually gave him that heart attack and eventually killed him on the side of that Florida road. Is there anything Florida does that doesn't just suck?
I'm getting out of here before we get even higher on the CIA radar and talk about exactly what the Deep State is doing. I'm Alex Midway and still alive.
I'm Eric Halsey.
Daddy, chill.
Later, Gators.